Hello everybody. Today we're going to take a look at a couple different things. This is going to be a quick tutorial on how to access, edit a form in PDF Expert, and also email that form either to your clients or to Dealer Concierge in Atlanta. So let's go ahead and get started here. Just bear with me since there is a little bit of delay with this program that I'm using for reflect my screen on the computer, but here we go. So there's a couple of ways that you can access documents or PDF documents or open them up into PDF Expert. Number one is if you receive a PDF form through your email and you want to open that form, that PDF to edit it, you would see the attachment right here. Once you open it up, it's going to give you a similar screen to this where it's going to give you sort of a preview of the document. From here, you're going to notice on the upper right hand side there's a little arrow. You touch on that and then it gives you a menu. By default, one of the programs that I use the most is PDF Expert, so I'm just going to touch on that. And it's telling me that the document that I just opened up from my email is in my documents folder. So I'm just going to click OK. And there's a document right over here on the left, basically on the list. So I'm going to open that up, just tap on that. It opens up my form. If I touch anywhere, you see up here on the left side it says 1 of 2. The way you scroll down to the second page is not by going up and down, but simply by going, swiping to right to the left, and you see the second page. So let's start from the top of the form, and if I zoom in into the actual form here, all the fields that you see in blue, these are fields that you can input information in it, and it's not restricted to numbers or letters. This can be both or a combination. So up here on the dealership ID, obviously I'm just going to put something here. Okay, once I'm done, I can either just basically very easily just touch on the check marks over here. If it's a new business, whatever this may be, you can very easily just uncheck them as well. Okay, so the other thing that I don't know if you noticed, but when you actually tap on a field that is available for edit, the keyboard automatically pops up, so you don't have to worry about opening up the keyboard. And over here I'm just basically just going to your basic information. Okay, again, if you have a check mark, just basically tap on it, puts the check mark on it. Okay, if you want to get rid of the keyboard because you want to look at the entire form, then just simply touch on the keyboard icon or the key right at the bottom on the right hand side, and that makes the keyboard go away. If you look at the form, there's a combination of boxes that you can check and information you can put for pricing. I mean, you name it. Get the keyboard to go away. So everything in blue, you'll be able to put information in it, and this is no different than if you're filling up a form in your computer or if you're doing it in front of the client. Ideally, I recommend that you get a lot of these done before you get to your dealer, but if you're obviously in the process of a meeting and you sign a sales order right there, then go ahead and fill it up. It's relatively quickly. At the bottom, you're going to notice obviously we have our signature fields, and we can zoom in to make it easier for the client, for the dealer to sign when it's time for them to do that. The way you would have a dealer sign or do a signature here, on the upper right hand side you see an icon that resembles a pen. If you touch on that, it brings up a submenu, and right underneath on the submenu on the right hand side there's another icon that resembles a couple of pens. So you touch on that, now brings up the different functions that you can and options for that particular pen. You can change the color, you can change the thickness of the line, you can do a bunch of different stuff. You can do from 1 point to 1.5. You can change the color to a number of different colors here. Just for the purposes of this, I'm just going to select red so you see what the signature looks like, and then I already selected the pen. So now I can go ahead and just very easily take my finger and just basically do a signature, or if you have a stylus that you use for your iPad, is it's just as simple as that. But then now I can just go ahead and start acting as if I'm writing something in the signature. Okay, so the next step is, once you're done with the signature, make sure that you tap on the check mark on the right hand side, right underneath the plus sign over there. And what that's going to do, that's going to deactivate the pen feature, because otherwise if you try to move within the form like this and you have the pen feature active, it's just going to continue to write. So and you can undo anything that you just like in a Word document. On the upper left hand side there's an option for undoing your last action on the form, so you can do that as well if you do some kind of mistakes. Let's just say, for example, that the signature, the customer doesn't like it, and I want him to redo it again. I just tap on it. It brings up this menu. I click on more, and then I can delete it on the right side. Okay, so that deletes the signature. And again, to recreate it again and activate the pen, I'll just touch on the icons with the two little pens on the right hand side up here, and then that brings up the pen. So the pen is now active, so I can just go ahead and do the signature again. And there it is. Okay, so again, make sure you click on or touch on the check mark, so that way we can move freely around the form. At this point, then I'm going to sign the form, and I'm going to use a different color. Okay, so there's my signature there, and I'm going to do the check mark again on the right side. Okay. And what I am going to do now is I'm going to show you how to email this form. So on the upper right hand side of the screen, you're going to see the options menu up here, the one that looks like an arrow. You touch on that, and then it brings up different things that you can do with the form now. You can save a copy locally into your iPad, into that PDF export application. I recommend doing that as well. But if you just want to make it quick and you can, send the form out, you have the option of sending it by email right here. Touch on that option, and that's going to bring you 3 additional options. One of them is document. The second option is flatten copy, and the third option is annotation summary. Document is just going to email the blank copy of the document that we've been working on. The second option, flatten copy, is going to email a copy with all the changes, the edits, and then the signature. And then annotation summaries, if you make annotations to somebody else's form that they sent you with changes. So we want to select the middle option. In the middle options, then it brings up your email application. And then within the email application, then you're going to select essentially your email, your subject line, and then you're just going to go ahead and click send, and you're pretty much done working on this program. Once you send it over, just double check in your email application to make sure that your file has been sent out, and you're pretty much done. So if you have any questions, let us know, and thank you for watching this video.